How is it going, everybody? It's your boy Scott Evans here. It's time for episode 9 of the Ask Hunters for Life show. Got another 10 great questions from some of our great supporters. I'm going to bring them to you. We're going to try to make this video short and sweet. You guys are probably busy, got things to do, so we'll just get right into it. This guy's name's cracking me up. Team Whoop-Ass wants to know, what's your North Star? This guy must be a Gary Vee fan. Gary Vee's always talking about his North Star, and just your big vision, your biggest motivator, what drives you to do what you do. And honestly, we've been taking a lot of kids fishing lately for the first time, and aside from North Star just helping people, just seeing the smile on somebody's face when they get to do something for the first time, or when they get to do something they used to do. Maybe they had an accident, or were disabled or whatever, and they don't think that they can do what they used to love to do anymore, and we make it happen that they can do it again. Just helping people and seeing the excitement in people when they get to do incredible things outdoors. That's for sure got to be our North Star. Our buddy Marco says, I have a great idea for a new business, but everybody tells me I should focus on school. Any advice? Before I get into this, believe me, this is not me bashing the education system by any means. I'm in the process of getting a 4-year degree myself, on top of building Hunters for Life, writing books, and doing a bit of motivational speaking. So if you think you have a great idea, I'm going to tell you right away. I'm assuming that's probably your family that's telling you to focus on school, because I was the same way. I love my family to death. My mom and dad are my biggest supporters, but they're also going to be, to begin with, they're going to be your biggest critics. I took a year off of school back when I was in my network marketing days, just because I didn't think I needed school. But then I realized that what a degree really shows is that you're willing to work for something, and if your business is a great idea, when you have a successful business, you can tell people, hey, this is what I created. Oh, did I mention I have a degree in whatever you're studying. If you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to be a businessman, I do not recommend taking a business course or be a business major. I highly recommend communications, because I think the number one thing that the majority of people completely lack in today's society is just basic communication skills. So definitely pursue your business. Definitely stay in school. The best time to be in school is while you're there. Don't want to be that guy that's sitting on his couch at 50, 60 years old saying, oh, I wish I would have got a degree, or oh, I wish I would have done this. You just don't be that guy. But yeah, excited to hear about your business. If you need any help, let us know. Our buddy Jaden wants to know, what type of raft do you fish out of? That's a great question. So Alpaca Raft, that's a little mom and pop shop out of Colorado. It's pretty incredible. They're pack raft in general is what they call it. There's a lot of them on the market. When we were looking for an inflatable boat, we Googled it, looked at all of them, and a lot of them are, $2, $3, $4, $5 grand, and pretty heavy and not as durable. But the one that we've got is called I can't say this. It's called the Denali Llama. It's their biggest mid-size, one person raft. Weighs about 5 pounds, folds up to probably about yay big. And the nice thing about it is, the first day I got it, I took it out in Superior in the spring when there were still icebergs out there, and it was kind of dumb, but I was honestly trying to pop the thing because they told me that it wasn't poppable. So literally paddling full speed into icebergs, and you hit them and it's like ping, 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 ice shooting off of them. But and there was another guy that was up way up in the northern provinces of Canada who had about 100 pounds of gear and dragged the raft straight across the ice 100 miles. No joke. That's one of their stories that they have on their website. But we've ripped plenty of fishing hooks across them. You can't pop the thing short of intentionally probably stabbing it with a buck knife. I don't think they're poppable. And the nice thing is they don't give you a weight capacity. They literally just tell you if it'll fit in there, it'll float. And a lot of guys out west and up in Alaska and Canada and stuff like that will use them for caribou hunting or moose hunting or stuff like that. You know, if you're 10, 15 miles back in the bush and you shoot a couple 100-pound animal, and you know your easiest route of transportation from, you know, where you're at back to the truck is a waterway. Pull the raft out of your backpack, pack everything in there, and send her down the river. Thank you for that question, brother. Alpaca Raft. Check them out. Tell them Hunters for Life sent you. Our buddy Noah Bridges asked, how is this your job? Great question. We've got a video on it. I'm an entrepreneur at heart, but truthfully, besides being an entrepreneur, I love helping people. So, you know, I don't personally make any money through Hunters for Life, but it's truthfully my passion. The reason that this is my job is, like I just said, it's my passion, and I'm literally fearless when it comes to pursuing my passion. So, you know, a lot of people over the years have told me, oh, you're crazy, oh, Scott, that won't work, oh, you're dumb, oh, yeah, whatever. But truthfully, I don't even consider it a job, really, because, you know, when you love what you do, it's not work, really. I can work for 15, 16 hours a day and not at all, you know, not even feel like we're working. So, yeah, Noah, find out what you're passionate about. Don't let anybody discourage you, and, you know, your job won't be a job. I appreciate you for that, brother. Jack Thompson wants to know, do you bow hunt? Yes. I don't use a compound. I used to couple years ago when I had a little bit better eyesight, but I'm an ethical hunter, so there's no reason for me to go out with a compound and, you know, shoot a deer in the butt. So I've got a nice crossbow with a scope on it, and I've got a permit with the DNR to use a laser, so it makes it super ethical. I can make accurate shots and you know, harvest the animal ethically, not having them suffer at all. So I do consider it bow hunting. Crossbows are legal now in Michigan, so we do bow hunt. And where I came from, or where I grew up in Waterford, is a town where you can't even discharge a firearm, and those city bucks are absolutely ginormous. So our only option to hunt them was archery. So truthfully, as far as deer hunting goes, I probably like archery better than firearm. Our buddy Chris Oledge wants to know, will you ever record your hunts? We've got a few hunting episodes already out on YouTube. We went out to Arizona last August with another nonprofit organization. Got to take down a beautiful black bear. Brought the camera gear out the last couple times we went out waterfowl hunting for the early season, but sadly we didn't see very many birds, so didn't really have any good footage to bring to you. But we've got a couple great spots for the later season, and we've got a couple good things in the making. So yes, definitely stay tuned. We plan to bring you quite a few hunting videos this season. Hemi440 wants to know, what do you prefer to use to catch bass all year? He must be a southern boy. Well, sadly up here we've got 9 months of winter and 3 months of poor sledding. No, just kidding. But ice is on the water for 4 or 5 months. So, you know, in the spring, summer, fall, if I had to go with one lure all around, the only lure I was going to bring out, it would be, well, I'd bring the same lure, but I'd bring 2 colors. I'd bring rainbow trout Senko worms, and I'd bring baby bass Senko worms, and I would bring Texas hooks, and I would bring number 2 wacky circle hooks. Using you hook the Senko in the middle, and I don't know what it is. It's just something about the way that worm falls, and the bass just eat it up. Our buddy JJ Buckley wants to know, what's your personal best pike? Don't laugh at me, guys. I've been fishing for 23 years, and the biggest pike we've caught is only 29. But there's a rumor floating around the trees up here that the lake that we're going to be going out to, spending some time around over bear season, is a lake where the DNR went out this last year and live trapped quite a few trophy pike over 40, put them back safely. So we know that there's going to be trophies in the waters that we're going to. And one of the goals for the summer that we haven't accomplished was to catch a pike over 40. So we've extended that goal from the summer to just the rest of the year. So hopefully we'll be able to cross that goal off the list. And next time we get asked this question, I'll be able to say that my personal best pike was a 40 plus. Appreciate you for that question, brother. Our buddy Blake Severson wants to know, how much do you hunt in a week? I wish I could tell you guys every day, and if I had my way, it would be every day. But still got to work a little bit. Still got to do a little bit of that school stuff. So with waterfall season here, we're looking at probably 3-4 days a week. When deer season rolls around, it'll still probably all together this hunting season until, you know, like our Thanksgiving break and Christmas break and stuff like that rolls around, probably 3 to 4 times a week. Our buddy Joe Lewis wants to know, how do you get into a career like this or like yours? Great question. Aside from finding out what you're passionate about, we already answered that. But truthfully, there's 1.5 million nonprofit organizations in America. There's quite a few people that make a living competitively fishing, you know, with sponsors and all that kind of stuff. Quite a few people that do the same thing hunting. As far as what we do, there's honestly nobody that does exactly what we do. There's nobody that targets everybody to help. You know, there's like Wounded Warrior. They target just veterans. There's a lot of organizations that target just, you know, terminally ill kids. But I mean, we don't want to limit ourselves to helping just one demographic. So as far as how we got into it, it was really just my dad, the president of our organization. When I was growing up and I found out about my little bit of a eye challenge on 7th grade, he wasn't about to let that stop me from, you know, pursuing a passion for the outdoors. So he did everything in his power to, you know, kind of keep me on it. And I'm addicted, to say the least, by now. But I think just through him seeing how much he made a difference in my life, he in turn wanted to take that and, you know, share it with other people. Because I mean, there's 1/3 of the population that can't get out into the outdoors for whatever reason it may be. So there's quite a few people that we're going to be able to help. And when I came in, as my dad is a insanely hardworking individual, but he's kind of old school. He, you know, just figured out how to use the Facebook not too long ago. So I kind of came in with a little bit more knowledge on the social media end and, you know, marketing and kind of stuff like that. And though it is kind of from time to time a little difficult to work with your family, in the long run, it is so rewarding. I don't know why it always seems like we got to get political on the last question, but our buddy The New Age wants to know, what are your views on formal education? Well, not bashing the education system whatsoever, even though if I was president, I'd make a lot of changes. But really what it comes down to is, I mean, the cost is unreal. I mean, I looked at a statistic the other day. It's like the average college kid graduates like $35,000 in student loan debt. And the thing that sucks is, you know, a millionaire could go out and be $5, $10, $15 million in debt and just bankrupt out of it. A college kid who graduates with a degree can't get a job right away, can't pay off his loans, can't even bankrupt out of it. But really, you know, if you're in college, you gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror every day and tell yourself why you're there. If you're just there for, you know, 4 years to have a party, you know, just party, you know, have fun, hook up, do all that kind of stuff, you really got to figure out your role in society. Because when you walk across that podium, man, life's gonna hit you in the face. And the nice thing about college is it is what you make it. It can be super stress-free, and if you make it super stress-free, it is an incredible place to build a business, to brand yourself, to make connections, to meet people. The people that you meet in college, lifelong business partners. I've met so many of our partners just here at Northern Michigan University. But yeah, that's kind of my views. You gotta be able to look yourself in the mirror, tell yourself why you're there, and just enjoy it. All right, guys. Well, that's the 10 questions we got for this episode. This was episode 9 of the Ask Hunters for Life show. Just want to say we appreciate each and every one of you guys for asking us these great questions. No haters in this one to ruffle the feathers, but, you know, it's all good. But as always, your Vice President Scott Evans here. Happy adventures.